Hey tubers, welcome back for another adventure. Have you ever woken up one morning and say to yourself, you know, my shop really needs to have shop air. Redneck shop air. And to do that, the first thing you need is a compressor. Well, I'm thinking that one's a little bit sorry. I think it's got a broken wing here. Maybe this one's still good. Oh. Snow doesn't have any air in it. Wonder if it still works. Yeah, still works. Good show. So we got a compressor. So we have the compressor. The second thing we need is this reel-to-reel thing. It's always cool looking around. I always find all my new toys old toys when I search about. They sell these on Harbor Freight. They seem to be clearing them out for somewhere around 75 bucks. I don't know if they're going to continue to sell these, but anyway, I bought this a while ago in anticipation of this project. It's been rediscovered, so let's move it toward the garage. So I think I gathered up everything I need. Obviously a compressor, an air hose, and before you put those two together, you got to think just for a moment. These fittings, that's where the air comes out of the compressor, they come in two versions, 3/8 and 1/4 inch, and it looks like this hose will just spin right into the compressor. The good thing about that is you have all the compressor's air right to the air hose reel. The bad thing about that is you also have all the moisture, and if the air hose leaks at all, your compressor is cycling on and off, or every time you go to use, or if you just leave the compressor turned off, every time you go to use it, you got to turn it on and wait for it to pump up. So I tend to like putting a valve right on the compressor, and then you get to know if you're leaking air. Where is it leaking? Is it leaking right as part of that unit, or is it leaking out for the rest of it? If you guys recall, this compressor was given to me because my contractor friend had trouble with leaky air tanks. I just flipped it over and brazed up the air tank. It had a few pinholes in it, so it wouldn't surprise me if as time passes it doesn't keep developing little pinholes. It does seem to air up fairly quickly, so even if it does leak down, I'm not going to leave it turned on all the time, and should I want shop air, I can turn it on and kind of put my fingers in my ears or walk away for a few minutes while it does air up. This airs up to 125 psi, which is really pretty good. That'll be enough to get a lot done. I'm going to set this up so that I get 125 psi right to the reel. I am not going to put a regulator into it, and you guys might be saying, why not? Generally speaking, I do not spray paint. I just do not. I'm not going to use this for spray. And should I normally put a regulator right on the gun, right on the spray gun. It just kind of controls things better and works better that way. I am going to put a dryer on it though, right? Because if you can keep the reel dry, why not keep it clean and dry as possible? It just should I decide to paint in the future, it's easier to have the reel as clean and dry as one can. I bought all these little bits and pieces to put them together. The hoses, I don't know, they're like $4 each at Harbor, and I put all these converters from 1/4 inch to 3/8 and back and forth again. I bought that valve that I mentioned. That way I could put this rig together. These guys cost, I don't know, $4 or $5 a package, depending on which package you buy. $6 a package. I think they're $5.99 and $4.99. So what is that? You know, $4, $5, $6 a package. I'm going to use these to hold it up. They're good for 100 pounds each. That thing weighs maybe 60, 70. So those brackets should hold it. It is going to kind of be up there in that corner. I want to get it the heck out of the way. I'm sick of having everywhere I go a compressor hose to trip over. So stay tuned. We'll smash the whole thing together and see how well it works. Okay, tubers, my redneck air supply is all done. You guys could see the compressor up there, the line, the valve for turning it on and off, the water filter, water separator, air filter, and the reel. Just grab a hold of this, pull it down. There's supposedly 50 foot of this, willing to go anywhere one wants to go. A couple of things. I don't like the looks of this. It just looks to me like it wants to shoot off and hit me in the face. So I'm probably going to put some kind of cage around that. Some ventilated cage, so just in case it does decide to fire off, it doesn't do any damage. So bang, air is off, and that's all there is to it. I set the compressor up so that I can look at the sight glass for the oil, and that thing right there is where I need to put an air filter. But other than that, with a scrap compressor, you know, I don't know, 75 bucks worth of reel, $6 worth of hangers, you know, some components I had floating around, I think I got this thing so that it'll be helpful. The nice thing now is I don't have to carry a compressor around. I just grab the hose and take a walk. Not all that hard, eh? One thing that one does have to pay a little bit of attention to, though, with a 50-foot reel, you actually, you know, have to pay a little bit of attention to how it's all going back in, or it doesn't quite roll itself all the way back up. So there you go. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm working at trying to make this shop a little bit more functional. I mean, I've been in here for a long time now, and it's just a matter of making it so that it's a little easier to work. When I built this place, it was more storage than shop, and now I want to make it more shop than storage. As a matter of fact, I want to make it shop and not storage. So getting air up here is something that helps me toward that end. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for dropping by to watch and comment and subscribe. Please remember to keep your feet down, your heads up, and make sure you use a decent ladder so that you don't find yourself doing Superman and flying through the air. Bye now.